Hey, welcome to the channel. If we haven't met yet, my name is DeElla with Hoberg Homes, and I am a residential real estate agent here in the North Metro Atlanta area. And today I'm answering a question that I get all the time, and especially from other agents, and it's why in the world did you join EXP? I was with another big broker. I was with Keller Williams in North Atlanta, and it was a hard decision. Not gonna lie, it's a hard decision. But I've been really, really excited with the results and the reasons that I left Keller Williams were kind of the same frustrations that anyone can have with a company. And in general, I think they did an excellent job. But I was a little bit frustrated with the new technology they were rolling out and how slowly it was to implement after hours and hours and hours of training and implementation, still not getting things to work properly for me. Production goals, I felt a little bit hindered by their coaching model. I was paying 10% of every commission that I made to my coach, who was great. However, to get to the next level of coaching, it would have been well over $1,000 a month. And that was something that I wasn't really willing to pay for. Not that it wouldn't have been a good investment. I just wanted to find a different solution if I could. And the pandemic had hit. So one of the things that I loved most about my brokerage was the sense of community that they instilled with our team meetings and being in the office and that kind of energy. So when I started to talk to James Massey, who is my sponsor, and he's amazing, we were talking about kind of what my goals were for business. And for me, number one goal was to increase production. Number two goal was to increase my investment and how I was able to do that. And then there were other things about EXP that were nice too, and I didn't really think much of it at that time. So let's talk about production. My production is definitely up since moving to EXP, and there are a couple of reasons for that. First of all, the group in EXP that I joined is the Honey Badgers, and they are founded by Michael Reese and Jay Kinder. And they're from Texas, and they have had a massive amount of success, closing well over 500 deals each per year. And they started an education program called National Association of Expert Advisors. And it is a complete training course for agents, both on the buying side and the selling side. And so that's free for us. And it's really something that people pay thousands of dollars to get certified in, and that is free for us. So I immediately implemented that and got all of those certifications when I joined. The community aspect was something that I really thought, well, EXP probably won't be able to do that very well. But with my group, it's amazing. We have 4 scheduled Zoom education pieces per week that we can go. We're actually interacting with a paid coach, someone who's training us on our CRM, a production call, and an agent interaction call every single week. So we get to know each other as a group. It's on video instead of in person, but I can tell you that saves me tens of hours a week not driving to and from office trainings. So it's been really, really, really helpful. And beyond that, to tap into the community in EXP is phenomenal because it's nationwide. And so you can get expert advice and learn things from all over the country. It's not franchised, it's one brokerage. So every single person in the company is about the success of everyone else in the company. So when I do well and I share it, the next agent does well. All kind of ships rise with the tide sort of a situation. So it's been a unique experience in that way. I have not had a single incident where I'm working in a competing market with other EXP agents. If I'm working and they're working, we're rooting each other on. It's kind of awesome. There's no more of that office stuff where it's like, well, you could have done this, I'm sorry. I'm not going to pull any punches here. Real estate agents can be bitches, okay? And there has been zero of that. All I have gotten is support. All I've gotten is like advice and experts helping me that know more than I do. And if I don't know something, literally I can find it in minutes. Whether I go into the world, which I thought was really hokey when I first started. I don't know if you can tell this about me, but I'm really not a rah-rah kind of girl. And so this whole getting excited about how things work is not something that I'm used to. And it's kind of amazing. So we have our little avatar and you can dress them up however you want, but you go into the world and there are people from across the country and internationally that have answers for you about how to do something. And you also have direct broker access when you're in the world. So you can just go to your broker's office and say, hey, I need help on this. And you're typing instead of speaking. However, you're getting that access very, very quickly. Also, in my upline, I have locally some of the most amazing agents and ex-brokers that I could possibly ever want. So literally on Friday, I had a deal that was going a little hanky and I phoned my sponsor. Step by step, he's like, hey DeElla, this is how we make our money. All right, let's talk about what the best way possible is for you to get this done for your client. And the verbiage that he used got the job done. I literally copied and pasted from his mouth to mine all those words. We got the deal, moving right along. So there is that direct access help, and I'm not paying for it anymore. It's pretty impactful. So instead of paying 10% to a coach every year, I'm now, or every transaction, every commission that I've got, not year, every commission, instead of paying 10% of every single commission that I got to a coach, I now pay myself 5% in company stock options that are at a 20% discount. That's impactful year over year when that starts to grow. Now, I have not really gotten into agent attraction yet. However, that can be a really great source of income. And my sponsors and his sponsors are making tens of thousands of dollars a month just doing agent attraction. And at this point, with so many people under them, what that looks like a lot for them is mentoring, training, and helping, even more than production. So we kind of all know, if we're real estate agents, that real estate agents don't retire, they just die, right? Well, I'm in my mid-40s. I don't want to die working.
What kind of realtor are you?
Residential, but commercial on request.
I would like to eventually have an exit plan. And I think that's what makes EXP so special, is that you literally have an exit plan for real estate. And no matter what career you go into, it's not fair to say, okay, well, you have to trade your time for money for the rest of your life. Otherwise, you're going to be on the poverty line. In a traditional brokerage, once your transaction is done and you've collected your commission, there is no more for that transaction. You have to go out and make new clients, or get referrals and returning clients, whatever it is. You have to trade your time for money, period. And with Keller Williams, they had a little bit of extra that you could make with profit sharing when you brought people into the company. And EXP's model for revenue share when you're attracting agents is similar, and it's actually modeled on that Keller Williams model. However, the one big thing that's different, the one really big thing, is with Keller Williams and a profit share, after the agent makes the money and all the franchise fees and the location expenses, you know, the lease and all that other stuff, and the staff, once all those people are paid, you get a split of the profit. With revenue share, when an agent makes a sale and 20% of it goes to EXP, that's revenue. That's what you get a share of. So you're not, it's that top line, not, you know, once everything is subtracted. And EXP is really smart about that, right? So instead of paying for leases and staff, and I mean, they have some staff, of course, but for every franchise, the hundreds of thousands of dollars every year in expenses really cuts into profit. So instead, EXP takes that money and invests it back into their agents, which is amazing. The other things that are really, you know, they didn't influence my personal decision to join EXP, but are really impactful. So EXP has a healthcare program. Wow. When you meet production goals, for example, the commission split is 80-20 with a $16,000 cap to your broker. So you never pay more than $16,000 a year to your broker. However, EXP with their Icon program, if you reach certain production goals, you actually get that money paid back to you in stock options. So if you are doing really well on production, you can literally pay zero to the company. It all comes back to you. And so we've got production as one revenue stream. You've got revenue share, where if you attract agents and they're underneath you, you get money. You have equity program, which is the stocks. So there are many ways to get stocks, right? So you earn stocks on your first closing. You earn stock when you cap. You earn stock through the Icon program, which is what I was just talking about. And you also can buy discounted stock with 5% of every single commission. So all of a sudden you have a little nest egg and an investment that's really not taking any of your money. You're not having to put it into your 401k or your IRA or whatever you use. It's just coming, and it's another piece of your investment for when you retire. And EXP is really friendly for people like me that have rental properties. So we can do up to 3 transactions personally per year at a vastly discounted rate. So a couple $100, and I think it's $250 all in with all the fees is all that I pay on my side for a transaction when it's a personal deal. So that's amazing. And those are the reasons that I went with EXP, and I'm so happy here. And the things that I thought would be things that I would miss about my old brokerage, of course I miss certain individuals, but the setup has been amazing. Especially, listen, our world has changed. We had this huge pandemic. Everyone had to learn how to work from home. Well, EXP started that way. So they were really, really great at it already. The last piece that I'll touch on this video is the technology. And I like to think that I'm pretty savvy with technology, but I'm really not. So it's simple, it's effective, it's easy to use, and there's a tutorial for everything. So literally, when I want to do something, either I can take a class or there's a recording of a video that I can go to and get it done. It's simple, it's plug and play, got a great CRM, everything from lead magnets to landing pages. Listen, I remember going to high school and being really excited when I got my Brother word processor. I know I'm kind of old, and if I can do this stuff, like really anybody can do this stuff. There is a tutorial for every single thing. So I love so much about EXP. If you have any specific questions, give me a call at 678-267-9861 or shoot me a text. Be happy to meet for a cup of coffee or a Zoom call or whatever and just kind of answer more questions about it. I think a lot of times people get bombarded with recruiting and it can be a big turnoff. So if you're interested, if you want to learn more, I'd be happy to help you. And my group is amazing. So anyway, this is also, by the way, the start of the series. So I'm going to really dig into the different aspects of EXP so that I can hopefully answer most of the questions that you have. Because I was confused after the first presentation and I had to do a lot of research, and that's just kind of how I am. I do a lot of research, I ask a lot of questions, I phone a bunch of people before I make any single move. So I did all that, and so I want to share kind of what I know, and hopefully that can save you some time when you're researching. All right, well, peace out, DeElla with Hoberg Homes, and I'll see you next time for a little more real talk on real estate.